Hi there and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be revealing 3 high demand, low competition, unsaturated digital product ideas that you could be putting in your stores today. So without further ado, let's jump into the first one now. Oh, but before we do, if you haven't already, make sure you download out my free PLR.grid journal template. It is free for you to use in your business or personally. You can make edits to it in Canva and get it up in your Etsy store or wherever you sell online. And if you join the Facebook group in the link in the description, you can also gain this really groovy baby shower template. It is really fun, really playful, and the baby shower niche is absolutely huge on Etsy. So make sure you click the link in the description, join the group, and get access to this one as well. So the first product we have today is Kids Routine Flip Chart. So why are Kids Routine Flip Charts such a hit? Well, parents love tools that teach kids responsibility and help them to stick to daily routines. These routine flip charts are quite engaging, and it kind of turns a routine into more of a game than a chore for a child. It works for all different ages, from toddlers to early school age children, and it is an evergreen product as well. So when I am doing niche research and validation, there are a couple of things I like to look out for. First, I will type my keyword into this search bar here. Then I will go over here to see how many items are being shown in Etsy. Now, if there are more than 1,000 items that are being shown for this particular keyword, then it just says 1,000 plus. But if there are less than 1,000, then it actually gives us a more definitive number there. But in this instance, we have tools that can help us to get the definitive number of how many items are really there for this particular keyword. In this video, I'll reveal the tool that I like to use, which really gives me an edge on knowing exactly how many products there are. I will show you that shortly. Also, what I like to look at on this first page are things like Popular Now badges, bestseller badges, Etsy's pick badges. Now, we are immediately seeing a Popular Now on the top here, and here we have some more Popular Nows, popular, bestseller, popular. Popular Now as well, loads of these different labels and signals. So this is also letting me know this is a popular and trending niche, and there are lots of people searching up these products. So what we can do now is open up a couple. So here we are, I've opened up one. This is a bestseller. It is in 20 baskets. And so these are the additional signals I'm looking for, the additional signs, things like this, where it says it's in 20 plus baskets, big bold letters here. That's Etsy letting us know that this is a popular item and that especially that is also a bestseller. There are sales definitely being made of this. Another place you can look are at the reviews. This is also a really great indication that sales are also being made. And you can just see that there's a sale that's been made quite recently. So this is definitely an in-demand product here. Moving on to this product, this is another bestseller digital download, Chore Chart for Kids, really fun and playful colours there for children. And we can see here in demand, 2 people have bought this in the last 24 hours alone. So again, Etsy has given us those signals, is letting us know, big bold letters, that there are sales definitely being made of this, and where necessary, where relevant, it will tell us exactly how many sales have been made in those past 24 hours. We don't even need to use a tool to get that insight. Moving on to this product, it is also a bestseller. This one is in demand and 4 people have bought it in the last 24 hours. So this is definitely high demand niche. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to hop on over to my tool of choice, Sales Samurai, to get some more numbers. So here we are in Sales Samurai. The main thing I like to use this for is to get a really good idea of the actual competition that is competing for this keyword. So we've got Kids Routine Flip Chart. I'll type it in there, click search, and it's going to bring us back some data. It's going to give us the Etsy SV, which is basically the search volume. We are seeing over 19,000 monthly search volume, which is fantastic. And we've got Etsy CTR here, which is a click-through rate, which lets us know, exactly how many people are clicking through, putting it in their baskets, making a purchase, things like that. And we want the higher the number, the better, basically. And the most important thing that I like to look at is the Etsy competition. So if we pop back on over to Etsy, we will see that there are over 1,000 items that came up for this particular keyword. And what Sales Samurai does is it does a really good job of actually sifting through and filtering out any products that aren't really targeting this keyword. And what I mean is that if we were to maybe scroll on to page 4 or 5 of different results on Etsy, we might find that a lot of those products on those pages aren't actually very targeted to this kids routine flip chart niche. So that's where Sell Samurai does a really good job of just giving us the number of products that are really targeted to this keyword. So you might find this keyword in the title or in the description or the tags. And if it doesn't have any of that, then it doesn't count it. So as we can see here, the Etsy competition is really low, only 623. You know, whenever I can find a product that is in the low thousands or in the hundreds of competition, because as you can imagine, Etsy is full to bursting of digital products, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of different products that are on Etsy, digital products on Etsy. And when we can find one, you know, an idea, a digital product idea that is in the hundreds of competition rather than the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, which you can find if you type in certain keywords, you will find that the competition is just super, super competitive, really high. But when I can find these small numbers for digital product ideas, then I really feel that I've struck gold. And I think we definitely have with this one. As we can see, just recapping, we've seen lots of popular now badges, bestseller badges, and things like that. So, and pair that with the fact that the Etsy competition is so low, it's just going to be that really great combination of high demand but low competition, which is what we want when we are selling on Etsy. So that is niche number one, a kids routine flip chart. So next up, we have a very timely one. It is 2025 Savings Challenge. So with 2025 just around the corner, this is definitely a time that buyers love just setting goals, fresh financial goals for the new year. And, you know, in the form of a challenge, it just turns turns saving into an achievable and fun activity. I would say this niche appeals to families, individuals, students, business owners, anyone wanting to save for a big goal. And I would say this is also evergreen, even though it does peak in those earlier months of the year. It is evergreen, and you can create lots of different savings challenges for specific goals such as vacations, weddings, emergencies, holidays, parties. So there's lots of different goals that you could create these savings challenges in. So when we are looking at this first page, we can see that there are over 1,000 items that are being shown for this particular keyword. So I'm immediately seeing a bestseller here, and then we're scrolling down, I'm seeing a popular now badge here, another bestseller badge here, popular now badge here. So definitely those signals that we like to see when we are trying to filter out and ascertain whether a product is in demand. Now, if we open up a couple of these, so we can see that this one is in 12 baskets, big bold red letters there. That's Etsy letting us know that it's in 12 baskets. People are searching this up, putting it in their basket with that aim of coming back to making a purchase. I'm also seeing several reviews for this, so this is a great indication that sales are being made of this product. Look how simple this is going to be. You would think, why would someone want to come to Etsy and buy something as simple as this when they could probably make it themselves? Well, it's convenience, it's time. Not everyone can be bothered or has the design know-how to create something like this. It is relatively simple, but if someone can just spend a couple of dollars, a couple of pounds to get something that's ready made and they don't have that headache and they just can get on with their life, then they're definitely going to pay that price. So moving on, we have another bestseller here. This is a save $2,025 in 2025. So this is quite a niche down one. It's quite a fun one as well. And it is in 20 baskets. It again is quite simple to make. We've just got lots of little circles with numbers in them. And I guess the user would color in each number as they've made that saving into their savings pot. Moving on to this one's in demand. 2 people have bought this in the last 24 hours, and it looks like a slight variation of what we had there. But these are actually being sold by 2 different sellers. So that is really interesting because it just means that there is plenty of space within this market to sell products that actually look quite similar. I think the only difference is that these are circles and these are squares, but they're using the same kind of look and feel for this 2025 numbers here as well. So when we are moving over to Sell Samurai, I'm seeing some really great numbers here for this particular keyword, this particular digital product idea. We're seeing over 27,000 search volume each and every month. The click-through rate is 3.05, so just over 3%. And the Etsy competition again is in the 100, which is absolutely fantastic. Another thing I like to look at when I am using Sell Samurai is the Etsy most trending. And this just gives me a good indication of other complementary keywords that maybe are within, in this instance, maybe other keywords that are within the savings niche. So I'm seeing 50,000 savings challenge. I'm seeing food savings challenge, cruise savings challenge, weekly savings challenge. So lots of different. If you really wanted to expand your library within this savings niche, then this would be the place to look. Now, if you are interested in Sell Samurai, then there is a special affiliate link that I have in the description. You get, I think, 20% off. So be sure to visit that and have a go at this, at using this tool. It is really helpful. So that's niche number 2, 2025 Savings Challenge. So the last niche I have for you today is coping skills cards for kids. So these type of cards, they offer kids actionable ways to manage their emotions, handle stress, and just generally build resilience. They're great for parents and teachers to use at home or in the classroom, or even in therapy sessions as well. They're mostly, I would say, they're quite colourful, they're engaging, really nice designs to make them easy to follow and appealing to kids as well. I would say that this is quite an evergreen kind of demand niche. Emotional wellness is always a priority, and I don't think it kind of fluctuates throughout the year. I think it's just an all year round. So if we scroll back up to the top of the page, we can see that again, there are over 1,000 items that are being shown for this particular keyword. Again, we will move on over to Sell Samurai to get some more definitive numbers, but I am seeing a bestseller here. I'm seeing a bestseller here. Popular now, bestseller badges. Now, some of these products aren't completely aligned with that coping skills card. But again, that is another clue to me that maybe there aren't very many of these particular products which are really targeting this keyword, which is why Etsy is just giving us what it thinks would be most in alignment. So, but again, I'm seeing some popular now. So there are definitely a lot of those signals that people are looking for products within this niche, and maybe there just aren't that many there for them to choose from, which is great for us as sellers, because if we were to create a product within this niche or a selection of products within this niche, then it means we're going to just be more likely to be able to make a sale. But I'm seeing a lot of bestseller badges and things like that as well. So if we click into a few of these, we can see these anxiety coping skill cards. They are a bestseller and they are in demand. 2 people have bought this in the last 24 hours alone. And wow, when I'm looking at reviews, look how many reviews. Almost 700 reviews. I think the general rule of thumb is that you get a review for maybe every 10 sales you make. So if we're just roughly estimating, they have probably made almost 7,000 sales of this set of anxiety coping skill cards. That's insane and really, really encouraging. Moving on, we have some coping skill cards here. This one's in demand. It's at a higher price point than the one before, and 2 people have bought this in the last 24 hours alone as well. So that's a really great sign that people are willing to pay a bit more if they feel that what you are offering is going to be worth it. So I think for this, just really make sure that you are making sure that these coping skill cards really are in depth, are going to be colorful, helpful to a child, and just do the job. And I definitely think that we could charge a higher price point within this niche. Moving on to this one, this is strength cards for self-esteem. So it's still part of that coping skills niche. And this is in 8 baskets and is also a bestseller. And lastly, these ones are in demand, a bestseller again, and 2 people have bought this in the last 24 hours. So definitely lots of sales are being made, and there is a lot of traffic and activity within this particular niche. Let's move on over to Sell Samurai and get some more numbers. So here we are. We have Etsy search volume of over 10,000, 10,590. We've got a really decent click-through rate here of over 9%, which is really great. The Etsy competition here is 1,206. So again, really, really low, considering how many products there are that we can find on Etsy. So I like to generally look for anything where the competition is lower than about 3,000, because I just don't like to have too much competition. I like to go for the lower hanging fruit, and there really is. There's just so many different niches you can find when you do some digging, and that's what I like to do within these videos. Just peel back the layers, do some digging, spend some extra time to then dig for that treasure and uncover those product ideas that are lesser known. So we have come to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed these 3 digital product ideas. If you have any questions about them, please let me know in the comments. Remember to visit the Facebook group to gain access to this Ruby baby shower template, and also just click the link in the description in order to get this grid journal template if you haven't already. That's it for today, and until next time, all the very best.